Hey guys, hi. So today we are gonna see the practical implementation of whatever we spoke in the last video. So let us start and create our new project. For this, as I said, you need 2013 or above. So let's click on the application. Alright, here let's go to new project and select web application under web. Let's give it a meaningful name. Let's call it, let's say, amazing rentals. We'll see how amazing it is. Click on OK. Here you got to select MVC and then click on OK. It will take its own sweet time, so you got to be a little patient. You may forward this video, you know. Alright, now here we have two options. If we are working in a team, let's say for like TFS and all, so you got to create team foundation server. Otherwise you can click on Git. Let me click on Git and click OK. So again it's gonna take its own sweet time. Alright, it says ready. Alright, so this is the default folder structure which ASP.NET gives us. So before walking you through to each and every folder, let us talk about the things which we spoke in the last class. Alright, so in the last class we spoke about two things. One is MVC architecture, another one is the request to the server. Alright, so let's see where is our folders. Where are our folders? Alright, models, view, controllers and the route. Okay, so here you can see we have folders with the name controllers, models and views. Alright, so let's see what we have in model. So in controller, so by default we have two controllers. One is account controller and one is home controller. Alright, now this account controller is responsible for our entire authentication and authorization part. Okay, we'll talk about it afterwards. First of all, you just know, like, okay, let's just get familiar with the entire setup. So we have two controllers and let's expand views now. See, interestingly, it also has views with the folder with the same name as the controller. Can you see? This is account and this is also account controller. This is home and we have home. Alright, so for each and every controller we'll be having specific views. Alright, so let me expand this. Now we don't have any limitations of the views, like a controller can have as many views as you want, but majorly these views will be mapped to the action methods inside a controller. Let's double click on this. Alright, now all these things are known as action methods. We'll talk about action methods in a bit. Alright, now this is our model folder. Now as I said, in model folders we'll be having our classes. So I'll explain you more about model folder, actually the entire MVC folders, as we go on with our project. Alright, okay. So now let's see where is our route. Alright, we saw that we have a route here. Alright, so this route is actually present in app start. So in app start we have routeconfig.cs. So inside this we have this setup. Now first of all it says route.ignore root. Now this, if you are familiar with tracing, you would know that .axd is a trace file. So whenever we enable tracing and we want to actually see all the events of a page, we call the tracing file. So as of now we are ignoring it. Alright, and post that this is the route configuration. So in this route configuration, you just got to give a name of the route. You can have a custom route also. We'll talk about it later. And this URL is just like a pattern. Okay, when say you give a/b/c, that means A will become controller, B will become action, and C will become your ID. Alright, by default, this is our pattern, URL pattern. So by default, the controller would be home controller, action would be index action, and the ID is a optional parameter. Whether we give or we don't give doesn't matter. Alright, so let's see where actually is this home and index. Okay, as you can see, home controller. So let's go to the controller folder. We have home here. Alright, let's double click upon it. Now uh, here we have index action. So whatever action is there will be inside the controller. So let's go there and find index action. So we have index action here, alright, which is returning a view. Okay, let's just go and check what actually this view is returning. So go to view. So this is just normal static page, right? All the everything is written statically only here. Okay. So what we'll do is just let's browse this application and see what is happening. Okay. Alt F5, sorry, Control F5. Okay, let's be a little faster. Alright, see, now in the URI, we can only see this local host. Alright, let me type home slash. See, still it is showing the same thing. Okay, or let me type now index. Okay, still the same. Why? Because this is our default route. Whether we give this or we don't give this, by default it will be calling home and index method, index action method. Okay, let's click on about. See, now for the home controller it is calling about action method. Okay, same if we suppose we click on contact, it is calling contact action method inside home controller. Alright, so this is how the basic uh, ASP.NET application is configured. Okay, so let us go through each and every folder. Okay, now this app data is a repository for all your database objects. This will be populated when we will be creating migration. We'll be doing it in the subsequent videos. Alright, now this app start is a place where all the classes are present which are responsible to be to be instantiated when the application starts. So when our application will start and then it will directly go to application start event, alright, inside global.asax. In this you have a lot of classes. We'll talk about all these things in subsequent videos. Okay, now after app start we have content. So in content we will be having all the CSS files or the image files pertaining to our client side. Okay, now we already spoke about controllers. Fonts, actually they should move this into content side because it is related to front end. Alright, then models we discuss, and scripts. All our Java scripts will be present in the script folders. As we go on our project, we'll be using web APIs also. In that we'll be using lots of scripts, lots of plugins like data tables and all. So those things will be installed inside the script folders. We'll be seeing it afterwards. Okay, now post that, this is my favorite, this is web icon. Okay, let's search about web icon in Google. What does it say? Web icon. Okay, now see this web icon, this G for Google, this is the web icon. Alright, we'll see how to implement it into next video. Alright, post that we have packages.configuration. This is used by NuGet. Then again we'll be talking about NuGet also in the later videos. As of now, you just know that NuGet is a package manager which actually updates all the packages whatever your application is referencing to. Okay. Post that we have startup.cs. Now this startup.cs is responsible for authorization. Let's go inside and check what actually it has. Okay. Press on F12. Now it has lot of things. See, user cookies, and you can also have social logins from this. We have Facebook authentication in this, Twitter authentication in this. We'll implement Facebook authentication also in the later sections. All right, and then finally we have web config. Now we all are okay. If we are not aware of this, this is used for connecting to the database. So majorly we'll be using two parts only. One is connection string, another is app settings. Now app settings will define all the values which we'll be using very frequently, and web.config is like a global repository where we can configure certain fields. All right. So next for each and everything we'll be seeing in our subsequent videos. Thank you.